Could you stop, please? What the hell you mean nobody thought that you could make it to the league? Who are these people? You were a first-round pick. You won a national championship at LSU, okay? You went deep into the postseason NCAA tournament your last year there.
Stephan A. Smith. Find motivation in proving people wrong. They should also acknowledge the support they have.
What a year. I never would have imagined the last bucket of my rookie season would be a 3, but maybe that was God saying, give them a taste of what they'll be seeing more of in year 2, laugh out loud. Through it all, I've showed that I belong in this league even when no one else believed. All I have ever wanted was to come into the W and make an impact. I can confidently say I have done that and will strive to keep doing so. I'm filled with emotions right now that I have a season-ending injury, but also filled with so much gratitude for what is next. Although this is God's timing and not mine, I'm finally able to give myself a physical and mental break.
Angel Reese's tweet, read by Stephan A. Smith. Commentary after Angel Reese's post. But again, Reese mentions that no one else believed. While it's understandable that an athlete might feel isolated in tough moments, Stephan A. has a point. Reese was celebrated from day one. Perhaps she's referring to a more personal journey, but in the public eye, her success was expected. The way she frames this as a stepping stone toward an even brighter future is admirable, though. Her drive and confidence are going to take her far when she returns to the court.
It's obviously definitely sad anytime you see anybody go down with an injury, especially people that you came into this league with, whether it was Cam, Brink, whether it was Angel, and especially Angel. You want to see her finish out this year. Obviously, she's had a historic year, and she's done some incredible things.
Caitlyn Clark. Caitlyn Clark's reaction shows the deep respect between these rookies, even after fierce competition in college. Her empathy shines through as she talks about the heartbreak of seeing a peer like Angel Reese sidelined. Clark acknowledges the incredible year Reese had, highlighting that Reese's presence was impactful not just for her team, but for the entire league. This moment reflects the camaraderie among top athletes, where despite being rivals on the court, they root for each other's success. Clark's reaction emphasizes that beyond competition, there's a shared understanding of the physical and mental toll that injuries bring. And in Reese's case, her return is highly anticipated not just by fans, but by her fellow players.
Angel Reese has to get the nod. Now, I know it's not a popular position to take because Angel Reese has to do the dirty work.
It's right above them.
And the Sky right now are in the playoffs, so you'd have to give the nod in my mind to Angel Reese. Look,
Caitlyn Clark, the 22-year-old rookie for the Indiana Fever, is playing like an MVP, but the haters won't stop. Even with her incredible performances, some people still refuse to give her credit. But Shannon Sharpe is speaking up. The NFL legend just delivered a powerful message aimed at those doubting Clark's skills. He's calling out ESPN analysts who have been tearing her down, especially the ones who didn't choose her for WNBA Rookie of the Year.
There's a lot of women that was on ESPN that had a lot to say earlier about this. They gone quiet now.
You say they quiet?
Y'all quiet now. Now, I want somebody to send that to you, because you know who I'm talking about. I ain't going to call your name, but you know who you are. Y'all had a lot to say early. Y'all had a lot to say early. And if you think I'm talking to you, I am. Make no mistake about it. I'm talking to you. You know who you are. One of you was a former coach.
Though Sharpe didn't mention anyone directly, it was obvious who he meant. His remarks seemed aimed at ESPN analyst and former coach Carolyn Peck, who went viral in July for picking Angel Reese over Caitlyn Clark for Rookie of the Year. Peck even praised Reese for posting grown woman numbers, subtly suggesting that Clark didn't stack up.
A big question. If you had to log your vote today, who would your Rookie of the Year be in the WNBA?
Really tight. But when you look at where the teams are, and I also went a little deeper and I looked at plus minus and I also look at net rating. And when you look at that, Angel Reese has to get the nod. Angel Reese has to do the dirty work. I have said it's not sexy to have to battle and rebound inside and where you've got to do the blue collar work. But this is a player that has come in as a rookie and is putting up grown woman numbers.
But Sharpe didn't hold back. He dropped another bomb, this time calling out Monica McNutt, a former college basketball star and ESPN analyst. McNutt also sided with Angel Reese over Caitlyn Clark, using the Chicago Sky's stronger record as her defense.
I have said this all season, BC. My rookie of the year is going to go based on the standing.
Above
and
them.
the Sky right now are in the playoffs, so you'd have to give the nod in my mind to Angel Reese. Look, 12 double-doubles to start is the record that spanned over 2 seasons. She's already gotten to 11.
Sharp wasn't having it, while WNBA legend Lisa Leslie has tried to strike a balance, suggesting that both Clark and Reese deserve recognition. The numbers tell a different story. Clark is far ahead in both stats and impact, with Reese averaging 13.3 points and 13.1 rebounds per game. Efficiency has been a struggle, especially with her team losing 6 games in a row. Leslie's attempt to favor Reese over Clark doesn't hold up, especially after their latest head-to-head clash. In their most recent showdown, the Indiana Fever demolished the Chicago Sky 100-81, taking the season series 3-1. Clark was unstoppable, finishing with a season-high 31 points and 12 assists, while Reese managed just 10 points and 11 rebounds in a night she'd rather forget. This season, Clark has been nothing short of extraordinary. She's averaging 18.7 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 8.4 assists per game, shooting 42.4% from the field and 34.1% from beyond the arc. Since the Olympic break, she's taken her game to another level, leading the Fever to a 6-1 record while putting up 24.6 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 9.0 assists per game. Clark isn't just in the Rookie of the Year conversation, she's in the MVP conversation too. And for those who doubted her, it's time to face the facts. Caitlyn Clark is the real deal. After utterly dominating Angel Reese in the Chicago Sky with 31 points and 12 assists, Clark and the Indiana Fever faced a crucial test against the Dallas Wings. This game was more than just another matchup. It was a chance for the Fever to climb above the .500 mark for the first time this season. And as usual, Clark did not disappoint. From the opening tip-off, Clark was a force of nature. She put on absolute masterclass, scoring 28 points and dishing out 12 assists, leading the Fever to a 100-91 victory over the Wings. This performance was so incredible that Clark made WNBA history again. As noted by Stat Mamba, she became the first rookie in either the WNBA or NBA to record 25-plus points, 10-plus assists, and 5-plus three-pointers in consecutive games. She's breaking records that have stood for decades.
Her coach sides in this team.
Clark comes back and answers. Up ahead, Clark, beautiful pass to Mitchell. You talked about it at the Open.
Weak side.
Oh, great play, and it ends up in Caitlyn Clark.
But Caitlyn Clark wasn't just about making history, she's about changing the game. With this latest performance, Clark became the first rookie in WNBA history to reach 600 points and 250 assists in a single season. She's now just the 8th rookie ever to score over 600 points, joining an elite club of players in a league that's seen over 1,000 rookies. And if that wasn't enough, Clark now holds the record for the most double-doubles by a guard in a single WNBA season. She's not just a rookie.
What Caitlyn Clark has done for the game is generational. And I just, as a baller to a baller, I just want to say thank you to you, Caitlyn Clark.
Absolutely.
For just lifting our game up, you and so many great players. But what you're doing, you're going to make all these women multimillionaires one day.
Satu Sabeli summed it up perfectly when she joked that while it's great to see more fans in the stands, it's a little less fun when so many of them are cheering for the Fever.
Obviously, it's annoying because there were way too many Caitlyn fans, and I heard but like, it just kudos because it's amazing to see so many people in women's basketball jerseys. It's amazing to see the excitement and the joy that comes out of that. So although I feel like our Dallas fans could have done better, I had mixed feelings, obviously, seeing all the Caitlyn jerseys in our home, but it's an amazing sign for women's basketball.
The Fever have set a WNBA attendance record with over 500,000 fans for their 33 games. And the entire league's attendance is up nearly 20% this year. And much of that surge in popularity can be attributed to Clark's electrifying performances. She's not just a rookie sensation, she's a league-altering talent who's drawing in fans from all over the country.
So much support for Caitlyn Clark. Because she's the best. She lets things roll off of her. She's just an all-around great player. And the Lego threes.
With all the records she's broken and the impact she's had on Fever's success this season, it's clear that we're beyond the point of discussing Caitlyn Clark as just a rookie. She's already one of the best players in the WNBA, period. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with Shannon Sharpe calling out ESPN for their criticism of Clark? Or do you think Angel Reese still deserves the spotlight? Let's get a conversation started. Fever's Caitlyn Clark breaks WNBA rookie record for assists. Add yet another milestone to Caitlyn Clark's record-breaking 2024, her latest coming Sunday in the Indiana Fever's 92-75 win over the Seattle Storm as she broke the WNBA single-season rookie mark for assists. Clark, who leads the WNBA in assists at 8.3 per game, had 9 Sunday to reach 232, passing Ticha Penicheiro's previous rookie record of 224 set in 1998. Penicheiro was the number 2 pick that year for the Sacramento Monarchs, who are no longer in the WNBA. She helped lead the Monarchs to the 2005 League Championship and finished her career with 20,600 assists, third most in WNBA history. Clark was 4 years from being born when Penicheiro came into the WNBA and was 10 years old when Penicheiro retired, but Clark said the two connected during her college career at Iowa, and she knows enough to accurately describe Penicheiro, who is regarded as one of the most creative and exciting passers in women's basketball history. If you watch her highlights, she was definitely a better passer than me, Clark said. She had way more flair to her game. She would spin around and make these crazy passes. I kinda just run in transition and chuck it up there and hope for the best.
So Caitlyn, we saw you were at the game last night in the suite. Is that the same suite you were in for the swimming trials, or are you just going suite by suite?
I think I might be going suite by suite. It was weird. It felt so different being in there for the swimming trials than this, obviously. It's just the way they had it separated and had a whole pool in there is kind of hard to comprehend. But obviously my first Colts game, and even though it wasn't really a real game, it was still a lot of fun. My dad was the one that wanted to go, so he's a big football fan, so he was enjoying it, and it was fun for me too. And getting to do stuff outside of basketball and take your mind away from it is really fun for myself. So hopefully there'll be a few more where I can go to that are the real deal. But the fans were pretty excited too.
In fact, Clark's passing is one of her top attributes. Along with scoring a Division I men's and women's record, 3,951 points at Iowa.
Win in front of anyone is great. To get a win in front of my grandma, who came all the way from Spokane, and my sister.
Shout out Cheryl.
Go Grandma Cheryl. And my sister came from Austin. It's amazing. And to have them courtside was super cool too. So really good feeling tonight.
Caitlyn, we saw you tweeted that you're a Lexi Health fan account now. What can you say about the performance
Twitter
you
really
had?
quick to tweet that, or X. So my account will solely be about Lexi if you want to follow. I'm going to change the bio to up one or down one, whatever it was. We felt like it was kind of a sluggish game. We played pretty good defense. Our offense was a little bit stagnant, but once we got going there in the third and fourth quarters, with the defense that we were already playing, it was, I thought we were in a pretty good position to win.
Obviously, you were fiery. There's a lot going on. Can you describe what's going on in your brain at that moment?
And too much.
But also, I think people love that about you, as long as you don't either break your hand or get they're technical. Can I describe what you're thinking and going through there? Thanks.
Well, I got a technical for basically being mad at myself because I missed the three and then I went and hit the backboard. And he told me it was disrespectful to the game of basketball. So, I don't know, it reminded me of the technical that I got in college where I said...
What to say about the growth of this team, that you're able to come out and have the fourth quarter that you did today?
Yeah, well, we felt like we were getting good looks and good shots. We felt like we could have just played with a little bit of a faster tempo. We're really good in transition. But even in the half court, we were just kind of moving a step slow. We wanted a little more energy and pretty good care of the ball after starting a little slow in that area. But yeah, the assist record is cool.
I feel like every time we watch you play basketball, you're breaking another record. Today, it was the season record of assists for Ticha Penicheiro. What does it mean to you to pass a legend like that?
Well, Ticha's been a big fan of mine ever since I was in college, and somebody that has always been right there to congratulate me or just be somebody that's offered advice. So to pass somebody like her, I'm just forever thankful that she's been such a legend in our game. But it's super cool, but hopefully there's a lot more of those.
The historic moment came in the second.